Okay, so we're going to try to finish chapter 3. I'm sorry it cut off early and I couldn't figure out how to go back and edit it. So, you're stuck with my crazy part 1 of chapter 3. We're going to do part 2, but I'm going to back up a little bit. I'm on page 20, and I'll just start at the second paragraph on the page. We followed her outside. Our green and white cabs lined up. Instead of going to the first cab in the line, Cecile ducked her head and searched every other cab. It was at the fourth cab that she bent down and rapped against the window. The driver, wearing a black beret, leaned over, nodded, unlocked the front door, and said something like "Zilla," which I guess was short for Cecile in a colored Oakland way. Cecile opened the back door. "Come on." I asked, "Can we put our bags in the—" "Girl, will you get in this car?" Vanetta and Fern stiffened. Big Ma could be hard. Papa didn't play around, but no one talked to me like that. It was just as Big Ma had said. We were in a boiling pot of trouble cooking. Still, there was no time to soothe my pride. I had to make everything all right for Vanetta and Fern so they'd fall in line. I got in first with my bag, pulling Fern in with me, while she held on to Miss Patty Cake, and then Vanetta got in with her bag. Cecile and the cab driver lit up cigarettes as we drove on. At least Papa doesn't smoke his Viceroys in the Wildcat. Vanetta coughed, and Fern looked green. I didn't bother to ask what I could and could not do. I cranked down my window to let air in. We were quiet, riding along, gazing out the windows at Oakland and stealing looks at Cecile. Before I could get a thought going about Cecile or Oakland, the cab driver let us out not too far from the airport. "You live near the airport?" Vanetta asked. Cecile didn't answer. She just said, "Come on." As we walked, she hid deeper into her hat and shades, like she didn't want anyone to see her with us. Was she ashamed she had 3 girls she'd left behind and had to explain? "Who are these girls? Yours? Why don't they live with you?" "Don't expect no pity from us. We were asked the same questions in Brooklyn. Where's your mother? Why don't she live with you? Is it true she died?" Cecile placed Fern's suitcase on the bench of a bus stop and sat down. "Why are we taking the bus?" Vanetta asked. "Why didn't the cab take us?" I shushed Vanetta just to keep Cecile from saying something mean. By my Timex, the bus came in 4 minutes. Cecile made us get on first and said, "Go all the way to the back and sit down." When we found seats, Cecile was still with the bus driver, arguing with him. 10 and under ride for free, she said. Now give me 4 transfers. I had been 11 for a good while, standing tall, but I said to Vanetta and Fern, "If anyone asks, I'm 10. Vanetta folded her arms. "Well, I'm still 9. I'm not going back to 8. Fern said, "I'm staying 7. I hushed them both down. A lot of good it did if the bus driver heard us getting our ages straight. Tell the truth, it was Cecile I was worried about, not the driver. We didn't have to stay with the bus driver for the next 28 days. We had to stay with Cecile. I don't think I like Cecile very much. I don't know about you. So that ends page 22. And I'll send you the next chapter soon.